Welcome to Pie Night, virtually. I'm here to explain to you the games that you will find in the manila folder that will be given to you at SEPs when you meet with your child's teacher. There are two games, a literacy game and a math game. The literacy game is a popcorn board game. You will need 2 chips or markers, whatever you would like to use to signify each player. They will begin at the start, roll a dice. That player moves however many they get, and they attempt to read the word on the board. If they can read it correctly, they stay. If they read it incorrectly, they jump back 1 space and try to read that word. If they cannot read that one, they jump back again until they find a word they can read correctly. If they finally read this word correctly, they stay where they are, and then it's the next player's turn. You play this game all the way until somebody gets to the end. That's the player that wins. There are 3 different versions or game boards for it, so there are harder words on each game board. If you find that one is too easy for your child, move to the next game board, so on and so forth. Wouldn't you believe it, the math game is pretty much the same. It is just with math. So you will also need 2 markers or chips or whatever, or however many people you have playing to signify the players. They begin on the start gumball machine. You roll a dice. The player moves that many spaces and attempts to solve the problem that they see. You can use a whiteboard or whatever strategy your child chooses to use. Both players solve the problem together. If their answers match at the end, then that player gets to stay where they are. If the answers do not match, they move back a space and both players solve it again until they reach the same answer and find the correct answer. Then they stay where they are. We take turns. The next player rolls the dice. They move that many bubbles. Both players solve. So on this one, both players will be solving the math problems. And you go till a player reaches the end. This one also has 3 different game boards. One of them is just addition, one of them is just subtraction, and one of them has both. If you feel like your child's ready for the challenge, move them up to addition and subtraction. There are a few alternate games in the folder as well. For both math and literacy. The instructions are in there. You can read the instructions if you want to play the alternate games, or you can just stick to the ones I showed you today. If you have any questions, ask your teacher at SEPs. First grade. This is it. This is the first grade. This is the first grade game. No. This is the first grade game.